First video trying out the mustard binder and all the seasoning technique. I saw this on YouTube. It seemed weird. First, why use all your seasoning? Second, mustard on a steak. Not so sure. Never tried it, so here we go. That's my 1-year-old and the 4-year-old. So here we go. First, we're going to season, I don't know, roughly evenly on all of it, on both sides, in there. And then we're gonna try yellow mustard. That's my cat. She's the best. She's from Korea. South Korea. All right, here we go. I don't know how this really makes sense, because I season both sides with all the seasoning. And now we're gonna put a binder on. I think the whole point of a binder is to put it on before you put the seasoning. But here we go. Now rubbing it in. Now let's rub this one in. Just a little bit, not a lot, just a little. Okay, so it's heavily seasoned with the binder, put on after, which is weird. And now we're gonna strike up the Weber, which has the grill, like sear grill. Anyhow, 3 burners. It's freaking hot. The reason why I'm going to do it outside, not in a steel or stainless steel or cast iron pan, because this sucker is probably going to make a lot of goo, a lot of smoke. It's got to go outside. So, looks like what, Michigan? The state of Michigan? Little glove. Anyhow, here we go. It does have a cool sheen to it. And with all the spices, I hope it turns out, because this is a good Safeway. I think it's actually choice, but ooh, it looked good. And I guess the price was right, even though the price is painfully expensive. Good story. When I moved to Maryland, maybe 17 years ago, ribeye, I think it was choice still, was under $5 a pound. But now, I think it's $20 a pound at Costco. So this is Safeway, I think it was 17 or 18. And let's go strike up the grill, get that sucker super hot, and go try to feed the kids who I think want more milk. All right, here we go. Before I put the steak on here, I turned the grate. This one's smooth, this one's pointed. I think with all that mustard, let's get to the center of the meat and use the pointed side. So here we go. I do love this grill. I think you really only need the 3 burners. I don't think you need a 4th. For usually me, the smaller grill would have been better. The Genesis, the Webers are so good. I've had a few of the cheaper gas grills, but oh, this is so good. If you can get yourself a Weber, it's the best. I just enjoy this grill so much. Now, there's a couple of videos about how like the gas and fire, it doesn't have a gas flavor. I've had a gas flavor when you use like a little personal torch. And then I also have had maybe a gas flavor on like a large gas grill with like an open burner. This I've never tasted the fuel, which is good. And it does have some flare up, but I think it's just the right amount. This is like the best grill. This is like the most fun grill, the Genesis. It's just the best. I will try out another brand someday, but this thing will probably last me a couple more years. And we're going to let this heat up to maybe 400 or 500 and then throw it on. Had to take care of the kids real quick. We're banging on the glass, but it's, oh my gosh, like nearly 700 degrees. Here we go. All the spices, mustard rub. All right. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's hot. God, I love this grill. Don't be hating. This is such a good grill. I think every Weber I've ever used has been great. Right in the middle. Probably not needed. Let's go with leaving it up because I had it rested. maybe on the kitchen sink for, I don't know, half hour. So maybe it's 50, 60 degrees. Last time it was like 40. That's my 1-year-old. So we're gonna flip this. We're gonna try to do some slow motion, action camera, iPhone stuff. But it's really hot. It's 700 degrees. This is about as close as I can get. And I'm not so sure about the whole mustard steak thing. This is the first time I've ever seen it. I have to look up and see who's do that on YouTube. But knowing that it's what, like a porterhouse, because it has that big cap on the right, I think, and all the spices that I love, nice and fresh. Other than I didn't freshly cracked pepper. This is gonna be really good. So here we go. Probably at a minute here in just a moment, and then I'm gonna flip it. There, I'll take some photos. That's my 1-year-old having a blast. He only knows yelling, which is just fine. First flip, about as I expected. I didn't want to really cook this in the house because mustard and caked on seasoning is probably going to create a ton of smoke. That's my 1-year-old rooting us on. So we're gonna try to clean that side when we're ready to flip and turn it a little bit, get some cross marks, but it's come together about as I expected. So far, I have a lot of doubt this is going to be very tasty. Here we go. I'm not really sure what to make of this. Still got a lot of caking on, and it's about as you would expect. So one more flip. Let's see what the other side looks like. Interesting. It's coming together. Still see quite a bit of yellow for the mustard, but the hash marks are... The grill marks just look phenomenal. I mean, you can't really mess up with a Weber. A lot of credit to this grill. I really loved all of them I ever used. It seems like the heat's just right. The flare-ups, the amount is just right. Overall, I just quite enjoy cooking this grill. I do like the simplicity, not having to wait a half hour or so for the charcoal to heat up, or the pellet grill. If you take out all the grates and stuff, you get about the same type of fire. It's pretty awesome, but this grill's wonderful. And the steak looks like it's coming together really well. I might do some butter over it, so let me go get that. Well, I got we call it a Michigan steak. The mitten steak. It's doing quite well. I think it's not up to temperature. Let's go get my temp gun, but I'd probably say it's not ready, but looks phenomenal. It has a yellow hue from the mustard, which is gonna be all right. Let me go temp it real quick. Well, kids are screaming. We got this side that's a little thinner on the cooler side, even though it's still probably screeching hot. And this side is maybe 110 or so. So we're gonna take it out and let it rest. It is looking great. So don't like to hear the kids sad, but they want more milk and stuff. And it's getting late. So it's Friday night and doing some late night grilling. And here we go. We're gonna do some. All right, this steak is absolutely looking epic. And we're about 120, 130s, maybe 117s. It is a little more challenging to cook. I did see some people put like one side on more heat than the other, but oh, the Weber's so good. So good. I think flipping over the grate was kind of helpful. You can really get those deep grill marks. Hold on, that's my 4-year-old using his native tongue of yelling to get attention, but it's totally good. They do love steak, and it just, oh my goodness. So we're gonna let this rest a few more minutes, and then slice into it. A little bit longer rest than we wanted. Maybe 110, 115, but kids needed popcorn. And it is absolutely time to break into this thing. So here we go. All right, so we sliced it. I'm gonna say this is perfect medium rare. It's like perfect. It's on camera it looks a little more medium rare or rare. All right, that is a sign of medium rare or rare. That little hard to tell in the camera. Let's see how this side worked out. Nailed it. So we do have maybe a little bit more cooking on maybe when I rested it, maybe a little bit more on one side than the other. But that looks just perfect. So here we go, taste test. Doesn't need anything. I do like a lot of salt and pepper on my steak. Most of that caked on seasoning really didn't make it all the way through. Like this is actually medium on one side and medium rare on the other. Give that to the 1-year-old. Oh my gosh. That's wonderful. All right. So I forgot the names of the sides, but the thicker side of the Porterhouse. I forgot what that is. Gosh, I love these Mac knives. That's perfect. It's in between a medium and a medium rare. It's looks a little bit more red than in real life. Like it's darker red than medium. But it's like touched. It just barely touched medium rare. So we can find one that's maybe right up to the bone. Maybe this section? I would say none of it's rare. I think I'm gonna go with this as medium rare. I've had a lot of curses where I was this is probably within a degree or two of medium rare. But the curse is to overcook your meat. Oh my gosh. Life is home. So let's do it. Sorry. I got like wheezing still from some horrible lung infection. But that's really gross to talk about. Wife is home, so let's see what her thoughts are. One side. All right, here we go. This is the wife's bite. This is the super soft side. So I'm not really sure what that is. That's my 4-year-old talking. So here we go. Wife, what do you think? Pretty good. Yeah. Pretty solid. Yeah. I think.
I hope you can all hear me going.
Ah, so good.
So good.
So I'm gonna say it's a 2 thumbs up.
Oh God, yeah.
This
Major 2 thumbs up.
Rested. All the seasoning. We got Blanco from Meat Church. We have Montreal 6 seasoning from Grill Mates. We have Neater's Cowboy Butter. We have Boar's Night Out White Lightning. We have from Neater's Prime Steak, and also Suckle Busters, which has to be the best name ever. Salt, pepper, garlic. They're all perfectly wonderful in their own bit, and all you needed was salt and pepper. And the mustard, I can't taste any mustard. What about you, honey?
No.
No. So there you go. Classic mustard and a nice grill. Oh my gosh, I love that Weber. And this is just perfect. It does have some of the areas a hue of mustard. And last time I covered it in avocado oil, and then spiced the heck out of it and it was absolutely wonderful. I really love the crust. Let's do one of those next time and feed the baby. All right, until next time. Cheers. Eat more steak. All right, so today's inspiration was Sam Can Cook from a video about a tenderloin, like an entire fillet. So this was absolutely wonderful. I'm gonna give that a 2 thumbs up on the Königpunktfleisch score. This is a 10 out of 10. So, room temperature, mustard, all the spices you can have on the grill, high heat, maybe only a minute and a half per turn, maybe a minute. Depends on the thickness of the steak. And enjoy and let it rest with butter. All right, cheers.